May I have your attention, please? All rise. Lawrence County Municipal Court is now in session. Honorable Donald presiding. All those having business before the court draw near, you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is the 17th day of April. I'm Judge Capper. We are doing our reviews first for people who are being reviewed as to their progress on their court order. So your name's called for that. Come up to the table to the right. If you don't get called and you think you should have been on the docket, you need to check in with the clerk, which is to the right as you leave the court. Call the reviews. David
Abrams, John Barker, Heather Barnett, Mandy Jo Hall, Heather Humphrey, Kenny Eagles.
David Abrams is 20-2197. He's got a report from OVP. Okay, it says you are compliant. Okay, so thank you for that. You still have fines to pay. Do you have a payment on your fine?
Yes, sir.
How much are you paying?
40.
40?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, you're to see, go out and see the clerk, make your payment, and just not necessarily applies to you, but could, let's see. Yeah, you could benefit from this. May the 2nd is Union and Rome Township Cleanup Day. So what that means is people will, if you want to do community service that day and come here to the court, you go to one of those two places and you'll get double credit. So you've already done your community service, but it will go toward your fine. You get $100 credit toward your fine if you come out and work that day, because we're giving double credit. We usually get $50 credit toward fine, and usually 1 day community service. If you work those days, we'll give you 2 days credit on community service.
Just show up here. Just show up here.
7:30 a.m. on Saturday, May 2nd. Okay, so I'm going to set your next hearing. May 22nd, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. John Barker, case number 23-194, 23-115.
Your Honor, he's turning in some community service this morning.
How many hours?
I would have to call and verify. It does not say the hours. He's done it at the animal shelter.
The hours are written in the middle there.
They are written in the middle.
Okay. Well, he's got quite a bit. He had 79 hours on John.
Yeah.
I think I've got it down to 70 so far, or maybe a little under 70.
All right, you need to keep working on your community service.
I will.
You heard what I said about a double credit day.
Yes, sir. May 2nd, correct? What we said?
May 2nd. And that's a Saturday. All right, May 22nd will be your next review at 9 o'clock. Are you paying anything on your fine?
Yes, sir. I'm going to pay $20. I got to go to the ATM now.
Okay, we're here till 4.
Okay.
I'm putting you down for $20 today.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You are. Heather Barnett, 2366. Heather Barnett is not here, has not finished, has community service and fines to tell, so there'll be a warrant for failure to appear. Mandy Jo Hall, 24-116. She's been at Lawrence County Recovery. Have a report from them dated the 15th.
And I didn't move in with my mom. We got an apartment together, like I pay half the bills and she pays the other half.
Okay.
And my treatment team did get together. I'm gonna do more mental health.
Okay. 'Cause I see there was an issue with the test. So is she considered to be in compliance with treatment now, or what's her
Yes.
status?
Yes.
Are you paying anything on your fine today?
I get paid next Friday and I was gonna pay it in full.
Okay, I'm going to set you for May the 8th then for review. May the 8th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
I have to take this call. I thought it was. Okay, May the 8th, Main Jail Hall. Heather Humphrey,
Hello, Your Honor.
good morning, 24/1981. Community service done, you paying off your fines. You
Yeah, I
have a
have-
payment today.
Yes, I have $20 today.
Okay. All right, see the clerk to make your payment. And I'll set you for May 22nd, as your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
You all have a good day.
Kenny Ingles is here. He's at Focus, 18/5/17/5/18, 19/8/47, 24/5/46, 24/6/62, and 6/6/30. Okay, it's a good report, and it's my understanding you're going to be able to start back with community service here shortly.
Yes, sir. I just had a lens transplant in my left eye. And
Yeah.
took a couple of weeks.
Okay, well, maybe you can get out here for that May 2nd. Can you pay anything on your fine?
Yes, I got $20 today.
Okay. May 22nd will be your next hearing. You need to see the clerk to make your payment. And start working on your community service.
Roderick Lewis, Melissa LeGrand, Derek Lockhart, Austin Pritchard, Mason Sly, Gretchen Smith, Jamie Welch.
Roderick Keith Lewis, 213039. Roderick Lewis. It's not here. So there will be a benchmark issue.
Your Honor, for my, he was not community service or working.
Okay. Another good reason that you want. Melissa LeGrand is here. She's in focus. Case numbers are 24-462, 513, 515, 514. It's a good report. How do you feel about things?
I feel pretty good.
Good. Can you pay anything on your fines? And I think there's some restitution in there too.
Have 20.
May 22nd will be your next meeting. 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gary Lockhart. Case numbers for Mr. Lockhart: 24, 414, 417, 25, 659, and 660. So what's the housing issue? There's some kind of problem with this housing?
Yeah, my kids leave clothes on the floor sometimes, and I go to group, and while I'm in group, they come and check out the room and stuff, and it's just, we got 4 people living in one little bedroom, and they want it to be like spotless.
So, Your Honor, we don't want it to be spotless. We obviously understand the challenges. If you remember, I texted you about this a few weeks ago. It's, according to the House manager, ambivalence to keep it that way in a manner. I understand he has children, but there are some things that can't be explained by, I got kids. I had them send me some pictures. I took pictures to our ownership to see what they thought about it, and they were upset about it. Ohio Recovery Housing has just started random checks, and we can't justify that kind of mess. Derek's done better. I think it's just a lack of consistency is what I see.
Okay.
Your Honor, I was also going to ask, my wife just moved, and we got a bunch of stuff in the apartment,
When you
and
say moved, are you talking about you moved out, or?
we just
completed
got an apartment in Ironton. I was going to see if there's, because I've been here 6 months. I was going to see if there's any way that I could finish it out in outpatient. Like I have to go help her go get a washer and stuff today. It's just.
What's been recommended for his treatment?
I don't believe he's ready for that.
What do you?
Well, let's do a screen today and see what they show us. Going to do a urine screen, and we'll come back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Austin Pritchard. Case numbers 18, 1233, and 1234. finished up paying on one case, and I just got a couple more. One's got some restitution on it. All right, so do you have a payment today?
Yeah, 50.
Okay. May 22nd, your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. See the clerk. Mason Sly, 25484 is at RRS. Good screen. Okay. Looks like we had a little hiccup, but things are back on track now. Are you working now? Or
Yeah, I work 6 days a week.
who do you work for?
Maneuver.
Okay, that's in the last paragraph, it actually says that. Okay, so RRS is okay with him staying outpatient?
Correct.
Okay. Your fines are already paid, you gotta get your community service done, and you heard what I said about the double day
Yeah.
credit. Okay, yours is a newer case, I'm gonna set, does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays when you're coming?
No, it doesn't matter anymore.
I'm gonna set you for the 29th of May, so the last Friday in May, May 29th, be your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
All right, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Gretchen Smith,
Felicia's on Zoom, Your Honor.
all right, 22/16/61.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
And looks like you're almost finished.
Yes.
Can you pay off your fines? You only owe $40.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get up my next payday.
Okay. I'll set you another hearing. If you've paid it off, you don't have to be here. May 22nd.
Okay,
9
thank you.
You're welcome. Jamie Welch,
Yes, sir.
18/34/32, 21/357. You still
I
have,
have a payment today.
and you got community service, we gotta get it done because it's an old case.
Okay,
When can you come out?
I can come tomorrow.
Okay, good, we'll get you down for that. Come the Saturday after, and that'll get close to, you owe 4 days, so that would be 3 days right there. May 22nd, your next hearing. Get it
Thank
done, you
you.
don't have to be here.
Ready for arraignment, Your Honor.
Okay, that finishes the reviews, we're gonna do new cases next.
Arraignments.
So anybody's got an arraignment, let's call, come into court now, and we'll start going down the docket. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right, stand there, and I will go over the charge with you. You have a right to remain silent, you don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, they're on the record, they can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove the charge filed against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You waive those rights by entering guilty or no contest plea. Don't do that. If you're not sure that's what you want to do, you have to be sure. If you don't know what to do, enter a not guilty plea. And for sure, if you want to trial or a lawyer, or talk to a lawyer, enter a not guilty plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Elizabeth Barlow, case number TRD 07-1006.
Name, are you Elizabeth Barlow?
I am.
It looks like you will be hearing back in 2010, July 16, 2010, on a license issue. So, did you get arrested or just coming in on your own to get it taken care of?
Your Honor, I've done a background check for my line of work every year, and I became aware of this 2 weeks ago. This is the first time I could get off work to make it here to appear. I don't know why it's never came up, but I'm here to make amends.
Okay, well, what I'm showing is it was a driver's license, driving in violation of restrictions on your license, and you had ordered to do 5 days community service. You did 2, you had 3 left, and you had a balance of $96 on your fines and costs. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, if you saw the review hearings before, I'll withdraw the warrant and put you back on the review docket, and you'll come to review hearings till you get it all done.
Okay.
You can get 2 days credit on May 2nd. You come out then.
Yes, Your Honor.
We have community service every day but Sunday here at the court at 7:30.
Okay.
Community service any day. I'll set it for your next hearing will be May 29th.
Your Honor, I apologize. My son's graduating college in Brooklyn, New York on the 28th.
Okay.
I could do
when are you
before or
leaving?
after.
When are you leaving to go there?
The 26th.
I'll
Be
set
back
it
the
for May
30th.
22nd. May 22nd will be
Okay.
your next review at 9 a.m. If you finish it, you don't have to come back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Daniel Barker, case number CRP 25262.
All right, you're Daniel Barker.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Barker, it's alleged it's an older case, but this is from 2025. It's alleged March 26, 2025, in Fayette Township, you tried to deprive Lowe's of property without their consent. It's a theft charge. The maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And were you here when I explained the defendant's rights?
Yes.
You understand your rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
Not right to moment.
Do you have no income?
No.
Mr. Stratton? Okay, I'm entering a not guilty plea. This is Daniel Barker. It's an older theft offense from Lowe's. It's about a year old, it's a little over a year old. Entering a not guilty plea. He has a bond out now through Mr. Sauer, so I'll continue that bond and posted. As far as setting pre-trials, let's see. 15th of May or after?
I'm good, except every day except the 18th.
15th then?
Yeah, 15th works.
May 15th will be the pre-trial, and it'll be at 10 a.m.
All right. Let's go for a second.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Jessica Christian, case number TRD 222505 A and B, TRD 19255 A and B, TRD 183566 A and B.
All right, Ms. Christian was set for review hearing on Monday, and it's like you weren't here then. Is that correct?
Yeah, I missed
You have an
it.
explanation?
Yeah, I thought it was today.
Okay.
I went ahead and made a payment.
You made a payment today?
Yeah. It paid one of the cases off, so I'm on to the other one.
Okay, I see that. All right, so we dropped one of those cases, so that's good. I'll set you. Does it matter what day of the week?
No.
Okay, the 25th of May is actually going to be Memorial Day this year.
Okay.
So we won't have court that day. We usually have court on Mondays, but we will have it on Tuesday, 26th.
Okay.
So I'm going to set it in May 26th, which is a Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
This last case, 183566 is complete.
State of Ohio versus Michael Smith, case number CRD 26218. Excuse me, it's 215.
Michael Smith.
Sir, you are Michael Smith?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, the state's alleging that on April the 11th of this year, in Fayette Township, you purposely tried to defraud Walmart property without their consent. The theft charge carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to it?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
No,
Do you have any income at all?
not anymore.
Were you working before this, or?
Yeah, I worked at Walmart.
I'm sorry?
I worked at Walmart.
Oh, you were working at Walmart, okay. I didn't understand that, so. All right, I'll appoint Mr. Stein. Not guilty plea is entered before you, Mr. Smith. He has a bond out to Mr. Sowers.
Okay.
I'm entering a not guilty plea for him. And I'm setting pre-trials May 15th or after. Any date. That day or any day after, that's good.
Does Monday or Friday matter to you? 18th, Your Honor?
May the 18th, the pre-trial. May 18th, 10 o'clock.
So I'm going to get your phone. I'm not talking. Just look around the lobby. I'll be out there in a couple minutes. Thank you. Well, here, this is yours.
State of Ohio recalls Derek Lockhart, case number CRA 25659.
Okay, he tested only for buprenorphine, is that he's supposed to be?
That's correct.
Yes, I also got, on the Sublocade shot.
Okay.
Your Honor, I took the liberty to text his individual counselor and our clinical supervisor. It is their recommendation that he be allowed to go to outpatient based on they believe he has got complacent in our agency, and if he stays, it would cause an undue burden for his family because his wife just completed, there are 3 kids involved. So they believe that he's at the point where he's either going to do it or not.
Okay. All right, so let's try and see how things go.
Awesome, thank you.
So, start that and come back in approximately a month and see how things are going. Do you know what your schedule will be? Does it matter if it's a Monday or Friday?
I'm also working now too, so it really, I mean, I could just take a day
You
off.
can
so-
get off what day, whatever day you need to. Well, it's probably going to be a lighter docket and faster to get in and out on the 26th. So that's a Tuesday, though. It's not a Monday, because the 25th is a holiday. So the court will be on Tuesday, the 26th. I'll put you down for that at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's
You're welcome.
May
Okay,
20,
good luck. Make this work.
is that May 26th?
May 26th, 9 o'clock. Come back with a good report.
Yes, sir, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're ready to start pre-trial.
Okay, starting the pre-trial docket.
State of Ohio versus Jeremiah Gerald, case number TRC 26382, A and B. Mr. Smith's case.
Your Honor, this is a case I've filed discovery on. We're waiting for discovery. We'll need a brief continuance to allow the state to get that to me.
Well, we're pretty full up until May 15th or after. So I know you've got a lot of trials in May, so what's good for you in May on the 15th or after?
The 15th, I have a trial. The 18th, I have a trial. If we could do like the last week of May, is that possible?
Yes, 26th or 29th.
26th is fine. Is that good? May 29th.
That's a Tuesday now, it's not a Monday.
That's after the holiday? Yeah, it's the day after work. Is that good? Okay. Yeah, May 26th works, Judge.
May 26th, which is next hearing for Mr. Gerald. The pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
There's 4 more days. 45 days. Okay. The 21st. What your office?
No, I'll be here Monday. I'll be back from here. Stop there. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Rebecca Ventura, case number TRC 2689, A and B.
This is Mr. Smith's case and it's set for a pre-trial today.
It is, Judge. I have spoken to my client a couple of times. We've gone through this. She is, my understanding, going to enter a no contest plea with the stipulation of facts sufficient for finding her guilty. In return, the state would recommend the minimum penalties. And I would, and I've talked to Ms. Walter about this, and if I may approach, she is in an SUD treatment of King's Daughters. I know we don't normally use King's Daughters, but I feel that's pretty legitimate if we can perhaps do that in lieu of the schools, if I may.
Okay.
Thank you. And Judge, before this arrest, she was already enrolled. She self-enrolled at King's Daughters for treatment.
Okay.
So she has been proactive.
All right, Ms. Ventura, do you agree with what your attorney has represented to the court?
It's what we talked
No,
about.
yes.
Okay, yes.
You have a right to make a statement to the court if you want to before I sentence you. You're not required to, but it's up to you. If you have any statement or explanation you want to give the court.
Unfortunately, I called and requested that treatment program on 12/4, which was over a month before the incident that occurred. I feel like if I had been getting treatment for, it's not abuse alone, it's not substance abuse alone, it's PTSD, trauma. I really feel that this would have never happened, but they didn't have any appointments available any sooner, so I got in as soon as I could, and you'll never see me again. I spent a little bit of time with some young ladies that seem like they visit you all the time. I'm a one-off experience here that's never going to happen again. I'm just grateful to be able to put this behind me.
Okay. Well, I hope you are successful. Was there an agreement that she's not going to get to school, or?
Yes, Judge, if she could, I'd have her bring that to show she's actually, yeah, and she started before, but that was with Mr. Hill. He just wants some confirmation, which we
Okay, so
provided.
you need to bring us a report from this program you're in, wellness and recovery program, and show completion, because if you don't do that, actually, even if you do it, formally, I'm supposed to make you go to this 3-day school, but we'll waive that requirement.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Consider it in compliance if you bring them something proof in that you finished it. So, because you'll have a review hearing set, and so you'll need to bring it to that. The other thing is now the fines have gone up. I think
$565.
aware of that. It's
On the first
$565.
Yes, sir.
So, and that just became effective April 9th. The legislature changed the law. So I'll impose the $565 fine as the minimum, or you pay the court costs. You have 6-month license suspension, and that started the day of the offense, because I think it was put down as refusal.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, but it's documented on the video that I didn't refuse.
It was marked as refusal, but he didn't offer the test. He was worried about her safety, so I don't know if it really was a refusal,
Well,
even though that's what was indicated, but the
at
trooper.
this point, since you're entering a plea, it's almost to your benefit to say it was, because that will start the clock winding on your suspension back at the time of the offense rather than today.
Yes, and I may approach, I do have an order prepared for limited driving permit.
Okay. So I'll give you limited driving privileges in accordance with what was agreed to, that Mr. Smith has tendered to the court. So if during the time of your suspension, you have that to show, if you're stopped, but you have to show if you're in compliance with the order, or otherwise you get a driving suspension. I'll order you to do 30 hours of community service, and that's 5 days. We have a community service program here. Come on May 2nd, you get double credit for that day. You get 2 days for doing 1 day, because it's a township cleanup day. We're just encouraging people to come help for that. Your reviewing is on October the 16th, so it gives you a long time to get this all done before you have to come back to court. But you will have to come back since you need to show me the proof of completing your treatment program. There was a B case. What was it?
That was, Mark Plains was to be dismissed, Judge. That was part of the agreement.
I'll dismiss the Mark Plains case. October 16th is your review at 9 o'clock. She needs to go meet with Mr. Major. He'll give you a copy of the judgment if you wish to ask the information that's given you verbally in writing.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Candy Long, case number TRC 252939.
This is a case that was set for Monday. She can't make it on Monday, so she came in early, and I know the docket's crowded, but I asked to be added on today. As far as the preacher, she had previously and it's rare, but she got the unlimited driving privileges, had the plates, the blowing. The problem is she's got asthma to the extent she got stuck in the truck. She couldn't blow hard enough. Apparently they dialed it down in Portsmouth to the lowest possible setting for breath sample, and she still can't do it. So she would ask today for limited driving privileges. It's been since November, so it's gone past 45 days. She just...
Okay, you want to prepare an entry?
Yes, Judge, I haven't finished it, but I will prepare it to Mr. Waller to review, and I'll present it to the court. But unfortunately, her asthma prevents her from using the blow gun.
Okay, so, and it's still on the pretrial docket, right?
Yes, Judge, yes.
You want another pretrial docket?
If we could, Mr. Hill, we've been talking about it, Mr. Hill and I, if we could come back. Oh, yes, it has to be on Friday, she's reminded me.
Okay, what, any day after the 15th, so that's the 15th, 22nd, or 29th?
Could we do the 22nd, Judge?
May 22nd will be the next hearing. So we have it set for the 20th, so we need to change it to May 22nd.
Yes, that's a Friday. Wait, no, I'll get the judge to sign this, I'll give it to you, you're good to go.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, just sit down. Yeah, it'll be a few minutes, okay.
State of Ohio versus Harley Porter, case number CRC 26375, CRB 26125.
This is set for pretrial today.
Oh, yeah. Is that your understanding? Right, okay. Two of them. Judge, there are two charges. One is an OVI. We're still awaiting urine test results. There's also a domestic. I've been informed that the alleged victim does not want to pursue it. I don't say it's going to need to drop that immediately, but we certainly wouldn't oppose that.
That is correct, Your Honor. In relation to case number 26 CRB 125, victim Hannah Patrick is here and wishes to address the court regarding the domestic violence charge.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought when I came last month on the 9th, when I dropped the protection order, I thought that dropped the domestic too, but I was just here because I wanted to drop the domestic.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's, protection order just means that he would be ordered to stay away, and I understood you didn't want that. Of course, the state has to agree to drop the charge.
We have no objection, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, based on your request, then that charge will be filed. And, but we're going to continue, he has an OVI pending, sir.
Yes, he does.
Waiting on test results.
Yes, Judge.
So let's see. Okay, well, we're about 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks from the events. It's probably going to be mid-May or after anyway, so May 15th or after.
I did 22nd, if that's not too crowded, Judge, that's between jury trials for me, I can do that. Or
That'd be
the,
fine. May 22nd, will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial, 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Logan Wright, case number CRB 245112, A and B. Logan Wright.
Mr. Smith's case, it's on the pretrial review, Logan Wright. He wasn't
Yes, I
home.
thought he was at home, too, okay. Well, this seems to be a recurring theme, Your Honor.
He left treatment without approval. He still has a case pending. At least he's been sentenced, but he has not finished what he was ordered to do, and he left treatment. So there'll be a warrant issued today. I don't think he ever, there was times when he was supposed to post a bond, but I think he got out. To go to treatment on an OR. Yeah, he was in jail at one point for quite a while, but then he was let out to go to treatment on an OR bond, so there's no bond up.
State of Ohio versus Sean Short, case number DRC 252580, A and B.
Do you approach on this one, Judge?
Yes. Okay. Mr. Smith listed. Pretrial. State's agreeable to nulling this charge, and I've approved your entry with regard to the B&B. So that'll need to go into them. After on the outside of the file.
Thank you, Judge, I appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus Sarah Baumgartner, case number PRC 25-2021, A and B.
Not yours.
Mr. Stratton's case, pretrial for Sarah Baumgartner.
Okay, I think we're past that. This is what I figured. Okay. We'll probably have to reset the fellow was in a different position than that indicates.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
This note doesn't reflect what we were talking about, what we had in court talks about before.
That's why. I mean, right?
Yeah.
He never really wavered on that, did he?
No, I mean,
I mean-
it's not on the record, but his notes, I just doesn't reflect that. But it doesn't reflect anything really from the past 2 or 3 times, so. Last time. Your Honor, we would like to have this reset when Mr. Hill will be back. I think Ms. Watto has some of Philip's notes there, but there was some discussion of doing something different with this case once she completes treatment.
Is he coming later today, or is he out there?
He is out today.
Yeah, so if we could just reset this one more time, we'll have it resolved next time.
All right, well, 15th of May or after, you pick the day.
I need it to be sooner. Is it like, you know what I mean? It's already been so long.
Can we,
Like, and it's
just,
from, like, we thought this would be the last.
yeah, we did.
So that was the condition.
She's just a little frustrated because in our last discussion, this was supposed to be the last, the final hearing on it. and-
I was just asking if we could, if you have anything available quicker, sooner than that, because I keep having to take off. I work in Wayne County, I'm a school counselor at Wayne High School, and I have to take off every time.
When are you finished with
Not until June, mid-June. I would prefer, if a month is all that you have, I will take that, but I was saying before that,
Your Honor,
just to get it out of.
I'm good with the rest of April. Is he available? Okay, let's recall it.
Your Honor, if we could recall this, I will try to get in touch with Mr. Field.
Okay, we'll recall it later.
Let's recall it. We're gonna recall it. They're gonna call him. Yeah, go save it. All right. No. You're good.
State of Ohio versus Grady Diamond, case number CRA 26182.
Good. Are you home? Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Mr. Stratton's case, except for pretrial. Yeah,
Okay. There's nothing, what's this?
That's what this is for. I'll be right back. You were telling me I need to follow up about patient community. I haven't been able to do that. It's for mental health. Yeah. But I only have a dog case.
This one's actually.
Okay, great. That's. That's what the big issue is, because unless she completed okay. But I don't know if they can still do outpatient with their signature problem. So I don't know if we got to pay his counseling center. See what they say.
Okay, so we're looking for, so, you know, family recovery can't do that because they don't accept her insurance that we found a place for her to go.
So we are actually working with Day One with the counseling center to see if we can accept her insurance first. She really needs outpatient mental health. Yes, there are some previous addiction issues, but mainly it's outpatient mental health that we need. So if we can't accept her, we're going to work with TPC. We're going to find her somewhere for outpatient.
Okay.
Okay. Your Honor, we could just continue it a couple weeks, maybe into May, and so you're gonna see if TCC can.
Yeah, we're just
bill the
waiting on a
insurance.
call back from.
Well, another possibility would be, she's Ohio.
She has commercial insurance through her husband, yes.
Maybe OVP, because they can take some commercial insurances too.
True.
So that could be another plan.
So she's gonna try with TCC. If they say no, then she'll go to OVP. Okay.
May 15th?
Yes, Your Honor.
May 15th, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm at right now. Thanks, man.
All right.
State of Ohio versus James DeMint, case number CRA 24290, CRB 24635, CRA 24786, CRB 24787 A and D, CRD 231859.
Sure.
I'll put paper, bring it out. That's fine. Okay.
Yes.
You doing well? You always doing well.
Yeah. I thought he was going to Bethesda.
Well, he was, but you agreed to allow him to go to OVP.
Okay.
I think it was it the last time that we agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah. And remind me again what that issue was. Why did we switch?
Just convenience, like.
Closer.
Us having to drive to, it wasn't Southwood, it was more Ryerson for the men.
Okay. Yeah, it was a distance issue there, Your Honor, why you agreed to allow him to change. I knew we changed, I just got the reason.
Well, we've got several open files. I mean, what are we going to do on those? You know, we got to resolve these or what?
Well, I don't know what the state's.
Back to 23, was it just a traffic charge? I don't think there ever was a disposition. It was a driving without a license and a failure to control. That's 23-1859.
Yes.
Then we've got 24-786. Failure to comply with order, signal of a police officer. Actually, that was filed as a felony. It's still open, as far as I can tell. And we got 24-635. bad checks.
You don't have it.
There was a judgment entry in that, rendering a judgment against Mr. Bennett to the victim. And then the last case was 24-290.
Recommendations.
That was possession, that was a felony crime possession charge.
Your Honor, I guess it depends on what the state wants to do. He's been going through treatment, and
Well, what happens is he goes to treatment for a while, then he's gone for a while, then he gets a new charge, and they just keep piling up. We've got cases from back in 2023 that are not resolved. So, I know it's not a good time to do it, because Mr. Hill's not here. He's the one that has knowledge of the history of Mr. Dement, but I think that's something at the next hearing we need to decide.
Well,
We're
right.
going to try some of these cases, we need to resolve them one way or the other.
Yes.
Some of these pleas, and some of these are felonies, so they're either going to have to be reduced or dismissed or something, or go on to common police court.
at this time, Your Honor, we just has to be set for one more hearing. We'll resolve it one way or the other next time.
Talk to Mr. Dement about that, and kind of
Yes.
prepare at the next hearing to discuss.
I'll ask Mr. Hill about that. I understand the state does not have that file at the moment.
Okay.
So they,
What date do you want? I'm setting these May 15th or after.
any date except the 18th of May, Your Honor.
Okay, let's do May 15th. So all these will be set for the 15th.
Yeah.
Have decisions on how we're going to proceed on all the cases.
Yes, Your Honor. You're good.
State of Ohio versus Hunter Blagg, case number PRC 26300, A, B, C, and D.
Drax case, pretrial, Black.
Yes, Your Honor. Me and Mr. Hill had spoken about this case. I'd like to wait till he gets back to resolve this case. We have some issues with this one that we need to talk about together. So if we could set this for another pretrial, I'd appreciate it.
May 15th.
May 15th, Your Honor.
May 15th will be a pretrial, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Whitney Harvey, case number CRV 25762, PRC 252971, A, B, and C.
Your Honor, could we recall this one? I just got the results today. I'd like to speak to Ms. Harvey about that, so
Be recalled later in the document.
go outside, I'll be right outside. I got your text right when I said that.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Caleb Lamaster, case number TRC 26103, A, B, and C.
Drax case for pretrial.
Your Honor, I don't think we have a resolution of this. Complete your trial. So you guys want to set up a trial right now? I guess so. Yeah, set for trial. Your Honor, we'll just need to set this for a trial date.
Okay.
I'm gonna set this for 10 o'clock.
So not the 15th, we already got a trial set that day. but any day after, I can set a trial.
Any date except the 18th,
22nd.
27th, yeah.
We set for the 22nd of May for trial
Wait out there for me, I'll be right
at
out.
noon.
Wait, 1 second. May 22nd? 12 noon. All right, thank you, Your Honor. 12 noon? Yeah, I want to be here too. Okay, I'll be right out. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brody Schroeder, case number CRB 26184.
Mr. Stratt's case, pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. I need to request discovery on this. This was arraigned on the 6th. Sort of been a busy month. So we just need to reset this for a pretrial for me to request discovery. Come here. What? Okay. So I'm trying to change that. Okay. Just want to plead to it? Okay.
That's the right thing to do.
All right. Your Honor, he just wants to plead to the charge.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking correctly when I said not guilty before, and I'd like to change my plea to guilty.
Okay. Do you understand that a guilty plea is a complete admission that the charge against you is true?
Yes, sir. I made a stupid...
What you wish to do?
Excuse me. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, my standard procedure on these is because I get so many people that have drug screens that are dirty, that come from this circumstance, I'm going to have you do a urine screen. And then we'll deal with that if there's a problem there. So go to probation, do a urine screen, we'll come back here when we get the results, and I'll do the sentencing then.
All right. Follow that gentleman.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Probation's to the left as you leave the courtroom.
State of Ohio versus Levy Smith, case number TRC 2652, and
This is Mr. Stratton's case. Pre-trial.
What does that mean?
That's what he's offering.
I don't know what that means. There's nothing else to it. Let's see, 192 alcohol. 192 is what they had. Oh, goodness. Oh, you guys are working on it. So, they either plea or set up for trial. That's only two options you're giving us. So, Your Honor, I think we could set this for trial on the 22nd also.
Is it related or?
No, it's not, but I just both those trials on that day. It seems like a trial day.
I would prefer going to set one.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's fine.
We could do it the 26th or 29th for the next week.
26 is fine.
Okay, so that's Tuesday, May 26th for trial, and then
It's at the end of the year, too. Yeah. All right, we're good to go.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy Swan, case number TRC 2667 A&B, CRB 26159.
Jeremy Swan is set for pre-trial today, Mr. Stratton.
Yeah, I know that, but we were doing something completely different with us.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. It just seems to me to be right.
No, that's completely different from everything. That doesn't tell me what she's pleading to or what she doesn't plead to or anything.
She would just plead to reckless offense to do it.
Reckless off.
That's what it says.
Oh, I Yeah, okay. All right.
Why was denying it? Forget it.
Your Honor, I still need to request discovery on this case too.
Want to set the 15th or move it to another day?
The 15th is fine.
May 15th for a pre-call, 10 o'clock.
Just hand it back to me. Okay. Yeah, just I'll be right back.
State of Ohio versus Daniel Doss, case number TRC 26483, A, B, C, and D, TRC 26572, A and B, CRB.
It's just that one.
CRB 26200, CRB 26202, A and B.
Daniel Doss is not here.
Your Honor, you may recall he left treatment against staff advice allegedly and then was picked up on a new OVI, was arrested at that time and came before the court. He had been at Focus. Focus agreed to allow him back. He was brought back on an ankle monitor. But the day that was set, Heather was on vacation. She wasn't aware that this had been changed. He already had a date on the 24th, you might recall, and we moved him to today. When I got here today and saw he wasn't here, I asked her about it, and she called and got the report. However, where he's on an ankle monitor, it has to be pre-programmed to allow him to come to court, and it wasn't done in advance.
So how's he doing?
He's doing
back with an ankle monitor.
Yes, I think it removes some of the temptation.
So he's engaging in treatment appropriately?
Yes, absolutely.
And so at this time, Your Honor, I'm going to ask to continue the matter. Let's use a little bit more time in treatment under his belt, and then we're needed to have to, decide what we're going to do with these two cases. And we, of course, would waive.
He had been set for the 24th. I don't see any reason to come back.
I'm not available the 24th either, Your Honor. If you're still setting things 15th or after, the 18th would be a great day, Your Honor.
Okay, May the 18th. I'll cancel the hearing on the 24th. Set it for the 18th of May.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Justin Bruning, case number CRB 2662. Justin Bruning, Mr. Morford's case, Your Honor.
Yes, this is Mr. Morford set for pre-trial. See, there was a subpoena issued for Megan Swain.
Megan Swain.
Where's Mr. Bruning?
I can't help you, Judge.
Megan Swain.
This was an assault. She was the victim. House statement of procedure, you want a warrant for Mr. Bruning from House Bruning?
Yes, Your Honor.
He has no warrant wound up. So there'll be a bench warrant for failure to use. He's got 7 days to come in before the warrant issues.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Malvin Turner, case number TRC 26280 A and B. Malvin Turner.
Mr. Morford's case, pretrial change on here.
Judge, I'm going to have to ask you for continuance for a couple of weeks. This is a novel case to me, and I'd like to have an opportunity to talk with Mr. Heald about it. I've sent him a video of the lights that were supposedly prohibited under the Ohio Revised Code. We believe that the stop was bad. We don't believe that the lights were prohibited, and we're going to have a problem with the search as well.
Okay.
So if you set it for a
pretrial
pretrial.
Motion on that, those issues?
I'd rather have a pretrial first, Judge,
Okay.
if that's okay with the court.
May 15th or afterward, it's your pleasure.
15th is good, Judge.
May 15th will be the pretrial. 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Tyler Watts, case number CRB 2641.
You want to set for a trial?
No, we're going to be guilty.
Judge, I believe we're going to have a change of plea.
Okay, what's that going to be?
Guilty.
Is that correct, Ms. Watts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so she's in treatment, so I don't think there's any reason to do a screen. She's getting screened as part of her treatment, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
They're appropriate?
Yes.
Screens are. You have a right to say something to the court if you want. Do you have any message you want to give me or explanation?
I'm sorry for my behavior, and I am paying the consequences. And I remain to become a better citizen.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're making some progress there. Do you feel like you're making progress?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. Becoming stronger, independent. Yes.
And you're from, I've got an address at Scott Depot. Is that where you're from? Or?
That was my last address. I'll be changing my mailing address this coming week. I'll be getting an ID of an Ohio resident.
Where are you from originally?
Huntington.
Okay, so not too far away.
Yes.
Well, I don't see any recommendation, but it looks, I'm just assuming that there's recommendation that you continue in the program?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
I believe that it's the best thing for me.
Okay.
Also.
Well, good. All right, and since you're there, I'm assuming you don't have any money either, correct?
Right.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll give you a $100 fine, but I'm going to suspend it if you complete the program.
Sure.
Okay, because normally on this, I would give a $100 fine, but I'll give it to you, but I'll suspend it if you'll complete the degrees program.
Sure.
I'll order you to pay the court costs. I'll give you 30 days in jail, and I'll suspend all of it if you complete the program at degrees. I'll give you 5 days of community service, but I'll suspend all that if you complete the program at degrees. And let's do a review hearing sooner than later for her. Let's make it May 26th. May 26th will be your first review, so I'll see you back in a little over a month, just because I want to check and see how you're doing.
Sure. Thank you.
That is at 9 o'clock.
So she'll need to go to probation and get her paperwork from there, which is pretty good.
Great.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Thank
They
you.
are Walmart.
State of Ohio versus Robert Helms. Case number CRA 261115.
All right, so this is a Rule 4. You posted a bond with Mr. Sowers. You're supposed to turn yourself into Belmont County. Tell me about that.
I got a court date for the 22nd of this month, 10 a.m.
22nd of April?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll set a hearing after that. If they withdraw their warrant, which they will if you show up, then you're off the hook here. You don't have to come back here. But I'm going to set a date. But sometimes people don't do what they tell me, promise me they're going to do. They don't follow through. So we'll find out. I'm going to set it for May the 11th. So you don't have to be here if your warrant in Belmont County is withdrawn. If it's not withdrawn, then you gotta show up here to tell me why it's not withdrawn. If you don't, you got a bail bond, so I'll tell the bail bond to go to the state.
All right.
They know what you need to do?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Benjamin Hughes, case number CRA 26195. Your Honor, he has been picked up by state of Kentucky.
Okay, so Benjamin Hughes had an extradition, which he waived the right to the hearing. And Kentucky came and picked him up before today, so the case here can be dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Jacqueline Stiltner, case number CRA 26203, CRA 25146. Your Honor, she's also been picked up.
Okay. So they did not post a bond for her? No, they did. So we need to find out if she was supposed to turn herself in Knox County before today. So can we have someone check on that?
Yes.
It's Jacqueline Stiltner. Knox County, let's see if I've got a case number for them. I do. The Knox County's case number, that's Mount Vernon, is 23, it looks like a CR, it's CR, they don't do A and B, CR 08019. So I'll read all this later in the document, just to check to see more was withdrawn.
Her files are Jackie. Are you married?
State of Ohio recalls Brody Schroeder, case number CRB 26184. This is Mr. Stratton's case.
We need Mr. Stratton in the courtroom.
So she's supposed to already be picked up? Yes.
Have you seen your result?
I have not.
Check. Mr. Schroeder also. You want to check?
Could I also note, Your Honor, that I'm currently prescribed Vyvanse, so it's probably, amphetamine for that. And I'm never sorry.
Do you have that with you?
I do not. I'm sorry. It's at home.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then, I'm going to delay your sentencing because I want you to bring in your prescription for me.
Okay. Sorry, Your Honor.
Because you tested positive for amphetamine.
That's what I figured would happen.
So, I mean, if I give you a week or so, is that enough time for you to bring it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because you can go to the pharmacy and get it if you don't have it.
Yeah.
So let's see. Your availability, Mr. Stratton?
Any date except the 11th and 18th of May.
I'm thinking next Friday.
Oh, next Friday, I'm good next Friday.
Okay.
Nope, not next Friday.
I got trial.
I got out of town that day, yeah. Better write that date down. So just bring that script.
And just the bottles right here.
Let's do the 27th. Are you available the 27th of April?
I hardly do.
That's a Monday.
Yes, I'm good that day.
Okay, 10 days. April 27th for sentencing will be your next one.
Yeah.
Bring your prescription in.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Lee Merritt. Case number CRA 25103, CRA 25400, TRD 082201.
Anthony Merritt.
Judge, this was previously a bench warrant. I made the assumption he'd been picked up, was why he's back on the docket. I don't know if he's in treatment.
Preliminary hearing today.
Yeah, January, February, he didn't show, but I don't know where he is.
December 12th, and then he got arrested in January.
Right.
He had a hearing on January 26th. Now, it was continued February 13th after the defendant's request. I suspect that he wasn't here.
I think that's when the bench warrant went out, and
It wasn't, I don't see a bench warrant.
Oh, okay. I had written down
today.
Okay.
April 17th.
I have had no contact. He's not contacted the office since probably that January date.
Okay, let me check to make sure he doesn't have a bond though. See, on one case, he was left to allowed to go to treatment, and it was changed to no work, so I don't think he does have a bond. So the bench warrant failure here.
State of Ohio versus Jarrett Sipple, case number CRB 25468, A and B, CRB 25555. Your Honor, this was set for trial at noon.
Julianne Keaton.
Ryan Ashworth is supposed to be a special prosecutor in this case.
But Judge, what, there were co-defendants, and somehow there was a mix-up. Mr. Astor was going to prosecute the female, and Mr. Hill was going to prosecute Mr. Sipple. It got switched. Now it's back on track. Unfortunately, Mr. Hill is not here today, so we left it on as a pre-trial to get another date.
Okay, so you
Just need a date, Judge.
For trial?
The trial, yes, trial. We've had multiple pre-trials. I don't think it's going to resolve itself,
So
short of a dismissal.
now, are they going to be tried at the same time or separately?
I would assume the same thing. I'm thinking, and I
So we
have to
got to
double
coordinate Mr. Ashworth and Mr.
We do, but I think because my client at one point admitted ownership of the dogs, her
Correct.
case might have been dismissed because the dogs live in the same house, and he said they're my dogs, they're not hers. She has nothing to do with it. So I'd have to double check that though. He said we did that last time, so I don't
But it
think.
is Mr. Ashworth's case.
What's her name? Remind me.
I mean, that's what's on the file.
Emily, his wife, is the one that Mr. Ashworth is prosecuting. Philip is prosecuting Mr. Sipple.
Okay.
At some point that got switched around, I don't know how, but I do know that we've had multiple pre-trials and we're just at an impasse, like I said, short of a dismissal, so we do need a bench trial date.
Okay, well,
I could do the 22nd or the 29th of May with I've got 6 jury trials in the next 3 weeks. If nothing's said on those days trial-wise.
I've already set trials that day. Dates I've got open, 4th of May, 1st of May.
Let's see. Trials down in Ironton both.
Or the 11th of May.
Well, did you say the 1st of May?
1st of May.
I can do the 1st of May.
May 1st.
Yeah, I can do that. Then I can get into a bunch of trials.
Excuse me. May 1st for trial at noon.
They can't drop that case, but they wish to. Yeah. May 1st, noon. Which was fast. Oh, I know, yeah. Put noon, you want to sit here all day that way. Noon, May 1st.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge, appreciate that.
State of Ohio versus Melvin Christie, case number CRB 26216. But you should be back in holding, Your Honor.
Okay, this is for arraignments. Melvin Christian. No, that's the All right, sir, you're Melvin Christian? Yes, sir. I'm Judge Capper. This is what's called an arraignment hearing for you. So I'm going to go over what the charge is. You got a charge filed against you. Menacing. It alleges that on April the 16th of this year, you not only caused Barbara Christian to believe you caused physical harm to her person or property. That's a 4th degree misdemeanor under Ohio law, carries a maximum penalty of 30 days in jail, $250 fine. That's the maximum. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail, to make the state of Ohio approve this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Questions about this? I've never been in this situation.
So I guess we'll tell the judge they're working on it.
I never laid a hand on my wife. Okay. Well, then, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you then. Well, we're going to talk about that. Do you want a lawyer? Do you have the money to hire a lawyer? Yes, I have. Okay, so you want to hire your own lawyer? Yes. Okay. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Christian?
Your Honor, Mr. Christian's daughter is here kind of on behalf of her mom, who is the alleged victim in this matter, and we would not oppose an OR bond to a facility. So TCC, I believe, is working on securing a bed for Mr. Christian, and then he also has VA benefits, so I know his daughter is looking into that as well.
Okay.
So once we have that figured out, once we have a bed secured, we would not oppose an OR bond, but the victim does request a temporary protection order in the meantime.
Well, you need to assess him and talk with him, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, we should have an answer here shortly. His insurance did not cover through our company. We did not accept it, but we are looking into other options.
Okay, well, the VA has a lot of options in Huntington.
Well, one thing that my mother would like to see happen is to see him committed to the Chillicothe VA mental health, but we haven't made contact with them yet. This happened so quickly.
Has he been there before?
Yes, but it's been a couple years. It's 20 years ago or so. So it's been a while since he's been there, but we've been to the VA.
It's been 4 years short. Is it substance use related?
Yes.
Well, they have a brand new facility right across the river now, and I don't want to knock Chillicothe, but I've never had a good, let's just say this, they're not responsive. I try to get information from them, and they do not respond.
We had this problem before when he was admitted to King's Daughters for 15 days. My mom filed temporary guardianship. We were within days of doing permanent guardianship, and my mom backed out.
Okay.
She's a long-term, I would consider her, battered woman syndrome. And so she's ready now to follow through. And I told her I want to take that pressure off her, and I want to take control over this.
Have you talked to anyone at the Spring Valley Veterans? We've got a liaison there, Amanda Rayburn. I can give you the phone number.
I would appreciate any of that. We need help.
They're very helpful.
Yes, I mean, we want nothing but the best for him, but we're just not able to do it on our own anymore.
Does anybody from the prosecutor's office have that contact information? I know Mr. Hill does, but he's not here. Let's see.
My mom is very fearful, though. She doesn't want him to come back home at this point.
I understand.
Your Honor, I got $13,205, about $50 at my house that my wife and I...
That he can't find. He pulled it out of his savings account and has been hiding it, rat-holing it around his house, and taking off doorknobs to try to keep my mom from getting it. It's very bad. It's very bad. He thinks he's hearing voices of men's voices, and they're not there. They're not there. He won't take his medicine correctly. He cannot. He needs to be in a medical facility. He needs help. He needs mental help. And it is substance abuse related, but it's also mental health.
Both?
Yes.
Okay,
He will not even take his Suboxone the right way.
Okay.
He crushes it up and snorts it and runs out, and they won't tell doctors.
No.
They lie, see, I'm sorry, I'm putting it all out there. My mom's ready to give depositions. She's just not able to stand in front of him. But she said she'll agree to a deposition and tell all the information. And we have documentation for the last 2 years of his behaviors. So and we know that he has advanced prostate cancer, and the doctors told him that people typically in his age or his state make it about 2 years, and we're coming close on that mark. And also he had brain cancer, and they told us that would come back in 10 years, and we're at 9 years. So we think there's something medically going on in there. He missed his...
Let's hold it right there. We're not going to resolve this today, other than find a place for him to go.
Yes.
So I just sent Ms. Waldo the contact information for the representative from the VA. So let's bring them in on the mix, and I guess put him back in the holding cell, and we'll see what we can come up with, and we'll, yeah. I'm going to order that you stay away from your wife while this case is pending, so you're going to sign something that you agree to that.
Yes, sir.
So that's called a temporary protection order. And what's her name? Barbara Christian. Okay, we'll deal with this later. Let's get some, and Mr. Wilson, do you still want to talk to him, or Mr. Wilson?
Yes, we'll let them know as soon as we have
All right. We're going to have some people come back and talk. Sure.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Clark. Case number CRA 46214.
Sir, are you Christopher Clark?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Jackler. This is an arraignment for you on an issue. It looks like there's a warrant for you out of Pike County, so that's Waverly. So what happens in Ohio on that, if there's a warrant for a person and it's in a county that doesn't touch the county that you're located in, contiguous is the fancy word for it. So Pike County is not contiguous to Lawrence County, so you have a right to have a hearing to make sure I don't send you someplace you don't want to go. I can appoint a lawyer for you if you can't afford one. It'll only be the issue of whether there's a warrant there if I should order you to go to Pike County. You can waive that hearing. If you do that, I will give you a bond. If you can post it, I'll order you to go turn yourself in. If you can't post a bond, I'll order Pike County to come get you and take you up there for their, it was on a no operator license charge is what they're saying.
Yes, sir.
So, how do you want to proceed? Do you want to have a hearing here? Do you want to waive a hearing? Do you want to try to post bond here? What do you want to do?
I would like to try to post bond here and turn myself in.
Okay. And you still live in Wayne?
No, sir, I moved, the warrant was over 11 or 15 years ago.
What's your current address?
It's 2701 First Avenue, Huntington, West Virginia.
Okay, so what I would do, I'll post it, I'll set a $2,000 bond. So what that means is if you've got $2,000, you can post it with the clerk here. And then when you go turn yourself in Pike County, you get all $2,000 back. I will let you use a bail bondsman if you want to do that. Then you have to pay them a fee that you don't get back. Usually it's 10%. So $200 probably gets you out. Then if you don't show up there, the bail bondsman has to pay $2,000 to the court, and they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So they'll come get you and take you to the jail
Yeah.
to make sure they don't have to pay the $2,000. So what do you want to do? You want to try?
Pay $2,000.
You want to pay the $2,000 here? Can you get that done this afternoon?
I can get it done if she's here and go right now.
Okay, there's somebody here for Mr. Clark? Okay. The clerk's office to the right. We don't take checks. There's ATMs. You got cash, okay? Great. Go see the clerk, post it, and then what I'm going to do, so you're going to post it by noon today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a week to get up there and turn yourself in.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So that's, what is that, the 24th? Yeah. Or get them, if you call them and get them to withdraw the warrant, that's all I got. As long as the warrant's there, then I have to honor it.
Yes, sir.
Once that warrant's withdrawn, for whatever reason, you made a deal with them or whatever, then we're good. But the warrant has to get withdrawn, either by you appearing or them agreeing to withdraw the warrant.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So what I want you to do, because we have court at 10 o'clock, next Friday I'll have court. And I'm gonna tell the prosecutor, if we don't have some documentary proof that the warrant was wrong, check and make sure the warrant was wrong. If it's not, then we're gonna have a problem. So I want you to get up there before then. So I'm giving you until 8 a.m. That's what I'm writing down. Turn yourself in before 8 a.m. on the 24th.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Or if you can't do that, something happens, you can't get up there, providentially hindered, means God stopped you from going up there. You gotta show up here at 10 a.m. and explain to me why you couldn't get to Pike County and get this taken care of.
Yes, sir.
If you just don't, if you blow it off and don't show up, then you're gonna lose the $2,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here's what I've written down. $2,000 bond to turn himself in to Pike County before April 24th at 8 a.m. or appear in this court on April 24th at 10 a.m. to explain why he did not appear.
Yes, sir.
You understand then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've signed it. You'll need, there's a place for you to sign. So, and if your person goes and posts a bond, they'll send paperwork down to the jail to release you, so she can come down there after court's over and pick you up here shortly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
So I'm putting it on our docket for the 24th as a pretrial.
State of Ohio versus Raymond Jackson, case number CRA 25352.
Yes, sir, you're Raymond Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, I'm Judge Capper. This is what we call an arraignment hearing, the purpose of which is to tell you what charges you have, what the possible penalties are for those. Yeah, I have to tell you your rights first. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but we're on the record here, and it's not privileged what you say. So if you say something and admit something about your case, it can be used against you. If you talk to a lawyer, when you're talking to a lawyer, that's all privilege. We can't use that against you. So less said, the better about the facts. It's not a trial today. I'm not going to throw the case out because you tell me some version of what you think happened. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to have bail and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I'm going to go over the charge with you. It's possession of drugs. The state's alleging that at Fayette Township on May 22nd, so this is an older case, May 22nd of 2025, so almost a year ago.
Yes, sir.
You knowingly obtained, possessed, or used methamphetamine, and that's a Schedule II substance. Carries a maximum penalty of a year in jail, $2,500 fine. You understand the charge?
Yeah, I do understand.
Okay, and do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
No, I'm with disability.
Okay. Mr. Smith, I'll point you. Okay, Mr. Smith is going to be your lawyer. State's position on bond for Mr. Jackson, and I've got an address for you from Beaver, Ohio, is that where you live?
Yes, sir, yes, my parents'
Okay.
address. I do stay there, but I also stay with a friend too.
Here?
No, I was going to a friend's house from my parents, is how, when I got pulled over,
Oh, okay.
and they found something, I noticed.
Ms. Waldo, what's the state's position on bond for Mr. Jackson?
Your Honor, we would not oppose an OR bond if Mr. Jackson was agreeable to be assessed for treatment.
He has Ohio Medicare, Medicaid.
And he's agreeable to go to assessment for?
Yes, he is, Judge.
Do you have Medicare and Medicaid both?
Yeah, I have to carry it.
I know some people have both.
Yeah, I have to disability.
Right, once you get disability, you have Medicare. So we may be looking at ODP, I don't know, who can, does anybody else can take Medicare? Okay. All right, I forgot which agency you moved to.
UFR, United Recovery.
Okay, we want to talk to him,
Yes, sir.
and then we'll decide, come back after you're done. We'll decide the details. You're going to come back, or we'll let you talk to somebody to get an assessment, we'll come back in and decide bond, that sort of thing. So, today, that'll be today.
State of Ohio versus Emory Markle Jr., case number CRV 2938 A and B, CRV 222694 A and B.
You're Emory Markle?
Yes, sir.
Junior?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Markle, I've got it down from the record that you missed a review hearing on March 27th of this year on, and that looks like these are traffic things, no operator's license, and a theft offense. Do you admit or deny you missed your review?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an explanation?
No, sir, I don't.
Actually, you had a bond up from, that you posted, I don't know how we missed that. February the 10th, 2026.
That, I don't know what that was. I was arraigned, and they brought me in here, I got picked up on these warrants, and they brought me in here.
Yeah.
I thought it was,
You posted a bond, I did an order
and then I came there.
that you were sentenced to 16 days in jail for failing to appear, but you could post a bond to be released and show up for a review on February 23rd, which I think you did show up. You showed up on February, well, maybe you didn't. I've got bench warrant for failure to appear on that day. Then you showed up a few days later and got arraigned. But then I said at the next hearing for March 27th, you didn't show up.
I got a review hearings and warrants down in Myers too.
Well, how'd you get picked up this time?
Oh, just driving down the road.
Oh, you were a passenger? Were they speeding or what were they doing?
No, I think that iron seen.
Okay. How long you been in jail?
A couple of days.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't look like you're ever going to do this stuff. You were ordered to pay a fine and do some community service, and you did pay a little bit on it. You paid $170 on one case.
Yes, sir.
I mean, let's see. Do you want to just lay it out in jail, or do you want to try to do
I'm
this?
gonna try to do this. And I actually was at the community cleanup up here.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
When?
Saturday, like week ago.
Which one?
Week and a half ago at the Burlington Fire Department.
Was you doing it for Ironman?
I just heard that you could go up there, and I was up there. I mean.
Did you sign in with anybody?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, because we would give you credit if you came and signed in and told you were there to do community service, because some people just show up because they want to help out. They don't have to.
I didn't know, that's what I did, I just showed up.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just trying to do the right thing, I'm just trying to.
Well, these court days, you know, when you miss a court day, that's,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
bad stuff happens, because you're going to get a warrant for not showing up. So you need to be a little more nervous.
Yes, sir.
As a lawyer, I'm really nervous if I'm late for a hearing.
Yes, sir.
Especially when, back in the day, when I was down the side of the county, because those judges were Judge Burton and Litton. They put lawyers in jail for being late. Not for missing the hearing, for being late for a hearing. They would put lawyers in jail.
The ones we got down are a little bit easier.
Yeah. Well, it's like everything's easier now these days. Back in the old days, that's what old people say. It was always tougher in the old days. So. But it was true, because those two guys, they were tough on lawyers. Okay, well, I'll let you try to do this again, because the jail is not going to move. The jail's going to be there, and you're going to get a warrant if you don't do it, and if you don't show up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let me tell you what I'm showing you still have left. You owe 30 hours community service on case number 2938, $465. And that was a theft offense conviction. The other one was a traffic charge. You owe 18 hours of community service, so that's 3 days, $630 on it, and that was a driving under suspension. Okay, and you want to do it. You don't want me to just convert it to jail. I wouldn't either, because I've visited that jail, but I wouldn't want to spend the night there. But I would act like I was scared of going back there and make sure I got to my places I'm supposed to go, my hearings, and be nervous about it if I thought I'd missed something. Do you have a smartphone?
I have no phone.
You don't have a phone? You're the second person.
I have no phone.
I've been asking that question here for quite a while. You're the second person that's ever told me. But everybody has a smartphone, I was just saying. You can check your case by going on your smartphone to the court's website, pull up your name, it'll tell you when your hearing dates are. And the ladies here love to answer the telephone.
Oh, yeah.
We actually have telephones here. You can't text us and we'll text you back, like my kids won't answer the phone either. But they won't answer when I text them. But you have to call and ask the question, when am I supposed to be there, what am I supposed to do? If they love, look that up and tell you. You can do it yourself if you get a smartphone like everybody else. You don't even have to call them. Okay, I'm going to give you another hearing date. Are you going to remember? Let's write it down and give it to me.
Yes, sir.
You'll probably lose the paper, but how could you get it? The information if you forget. How can you get the information if you forget?
Oh, I'm not going to lose it.
Call court. Somebody's got a smartphone that you know, so you can have them look it up. There's no excuse for not coming to your hearings. And it doesn't matter if you got it, unless being in the hospital, now that's a good excuse, but forgetting or losing your paper, that's not a good reason. So I'm going to set it for the 26th of May, and that's a Tuesday, not a Monday. May 26th is your next review day.
Okay.
And if you don't show up, what are you going to get?
A warrant.
A warrant. Exactly. So act like that scares you. Do what you're supposed to do. Okay, that's all.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brandon Masters, case number CRB 23421.
So, more of the same. So you're Brandon Masters.
Yes, sir.
I'm showing that you missed a review hearing back in June of 25, so last summer. June 23rd, 25, you had a review hearing according to the record. It was on a theft offense. You didn't show up, got a warrant issued.
Yes, sir.
Do you admit or deny that?
I admit that I didn't show up. To be honest with you, I forgot about what the court date was and, what
Did
the
you
date-
hear anything I was thinking back there when I was talking to the guy just in front of you? Yeah, forgetting is not a good reason.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I got two parole officers, I got three parole officers, but I'm reported to two, and they made me come back to Columbus, Ohio, and I'm living out in Columbus, Ohio. I got a job, I'm a full-time mechanic up there.
Well, that's good.
Started getting on my feet, and then this right here pops up, and, I'm going to two different.
Well, it popped up because you got a theft conviction.
I
Whose
know.
fault was that?
I know it's my fault, and,
From Walmart. You were shoplifting from Walmart, right?
yeah.
They got cameras in the ceilings. They got people they got the store detectives room. People, if you're gonna shoplift, do not go to Walmart unless you want to get caught. That's the place to get caught. They are gonna catch you. I mean, use your brain a little bit. One, you shouldn't steal from people, but if you're gonna steal from somebody, it can't be Walmart unless you wanna go to jail because you got caught. Okay, and I ordered you to go to treatment. Did you do that? I got no proof that you ever went to treatment.
I went to RRS and I went through that and I did all that. And then I went, when my parole officer wanted me to come back to Columbus, I had to come back to Columbus.
Jeremy, do you know anything about this?
He's right.
He didn't complete it?
He had to go back up there. He didn't complete it.
Oh, he didn't. He started with you, but he never
Yes, I
completed
don't
it?
think he completed it.
Okay.
I want to check that whole fast.
Who's your parole officer?
I got two of them. I got a lady out of Franklin County. Both of them got Franklin County, but one's,
Did you get picked up in Franklin County on this warrant, or?
Yeah.
So how long's it taking you to get down here?
it's been a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah? So it wouldn't do any good to test you now. You've been in jail all this time.
I go to my,
Who you been working for?
Adams Family Automotive.
I do have a report from RRS back in, well, it was May of last year.
I go to two different rehabs up there for outpatient. I go to GAP, and then I go to CMS, one for each one on parole officers.
Okay. You got a pretty good report.
And I did a bunch of community service work over at RS.
I don't have any proof of that either. You didn't pay anything on your fines and court costs. You just basically, I mean, you didn't do anything. You didn't do any of your community service, you didn't pay anything on your fines and costs, and you didn't come to the court when you were ordered to.
I went and did community service. I mean, I don't know what happened with it, but I did a lot down here, right down the street here at that food bank place.
I had no proof of that.
I mean, I can call them and figure it out whenever I can get out.
Well,
I got a post report to my parole officer yesterday or today.
you have a phone number?
My parole officer?
Yeah.
I don't have the phone number right on hand, no.
Where is it?
Her last name is Markovich, is her last name, Julia Markovich.
Okay. Let's, I want Mr. Major to talk to him, try to contact Franklin County and see what we can get information-wise. Let him know we got him down here in custody. Here's his file. We'll recall you after that happens.
State of Ohio versus Harold Maynard. Case number CRC 26-32, A, B, C, and D, CRA 26-181, A and B, CRB 26-183. It's Mr. Morford's case, Your Honor. He is originally sent to the violator. He was ordered to be picked up.
He's supposed to go to OVP,
He wasn't, yes.
and I did get a text back, so let me see what they're saying. He had a holder or something. He has a holder from Gowdy County, so OVP could not pick him up. So he should be able, it's a felony warrant, supposedly, so they should be able to just come get him.
I had one of my people check and call Gowdy County, and they said they had no order on me, and I was waiting for a vet.
Okay, so we need to check on that, see if Gowdy, I was gonna let you go to OVP, they couldn't pick you up because they were telling them that Gowdy County had a holder, so we'll have somebody check on that, and we'll call you back out. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Adriana Price, case number CRB 26-190. State of Ohio versus Vicky Price, case number CRA 26-201.
Stay here. Yeah, we might as well just talk about it today anyway.
Vicky too. Vicky and all right, there's been a request to continue these cases to May the 1st, so I assume there's no objection to that.
No.
So be continued to May 1st for pre-trial, and there's probably going to be a preliminary on Adria also. Vicky Price will be a preliminary hearing.
Yes, I think the problems are 50 to
30. Adria's was 2,000 with a monitor. May the 1st.
She's having some medical issues. Her medical situation.
State of Ohio versus Sean Williams. Case number CRB 26-217, A, B, C, D, and E.
You got paperwork. 26,217A through E is what the new charge is.
You can look at the screen, 2650.
Okay, and they're set for April 20th.
Yes.
Mr. Morford is the attorney on that.
Do you want those folders on?
Probably should be, yes. So we've got new charges, domestic violence involving Stephanie Sparks, resisting arrest, another domestic violence involving Aubrey Eastern, domestic violence involving Deborah Williams, domestic violence involving Aria, A-R-I-A, Williams. Mr. Morford, would you like me to read those charges into the record?
I would like to be clear.
So the domestic violence, first one involving Stephanie Sparks is an M1, resisting violence is an M1. The others are all M4s. Alleged to have happened April 16th. So I'll enter a not guilty plea for Mr. Williams. State's position on bond.
Your Honor, we would just ask for a small cash or surety bond at this time, and also in order to stay away from the victims in this matter.
Okay, all set. And is there a bond you can post? Well, I think it's appropriate under the circumstances to set some bond, so I'm going to set it at 2,000 cash or surety. Yeah, an OR bond on these other charges, and that's 2650, 25,784. So I think because of the number of charges and the nature of the charges, I need to set a bond. I mean, that's pretty minimal, 2,000. 2,000 cash or surety with a protection order to stay away from all the people named as victims in the complaints. He was already set for the 20th, so that's, we want to keep these on these old cases were set for the 20th. We want to keep those on and add this, or? Please. Yeah. April 20th, which is, it's Monday, coming Monday, for pre-trials on all these cases, April 20th, 10 o'clock. You are not guilty, please enter on all three charges.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy Sloan, who's also back in holding. Case number PRD 2631. Mr. Morford's case.
Mr. Sloan has a felony 26A and a 2631 traffic charge. He had been, is it RRS?
RRS. He was released to us on the 13th from the jail per APA Todd Smith.
So, can we get an updated report from, I've got a report in the file, it's April 1st from RRS. I've got a report from Southern.
That's just a letter of residence. He just got there the 13th.
Okay.
Yeah, we received an email from Todd Smith saying that he went into inpatient with them.
Okay. What were the circumstances of him leaving RRS?
He didn't leave on his own. I think Todd did it.
I don't understand.
Todd, he's the one who put him in there. I don't know the reason why, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't like that. Did he know the court ordered you to go to RRS? Who's your probation officer?
Todd Smith.
We got a phone number for him? Let's try to get him involved, get some input from him, why he did that.
Okay.
Get John Major involved, have him talk to the parole officer, then we'll recall it.
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Tara Stover, case number CRV 25-590. She's back at home.
All right, Tara Stover is set for sentencing today, and she's been at hometown.
Yes, sir.
She was called previously.
She was. Your Honor, she was here Monday. You talked to her Monday. But if you read the report, she was in the holding cell and she tested positive when she came back to the facility, and she said she got that after she was let out of the holding cell here Monday. And we did do a room flip on her, and she did in fact have a cell phone. It wasn't.
Got him from here to court?
That's what she stated, yes. And she also had urine in her room, which I included photos.
Oh, this is the one that had his boyfriend.
Yes.
You need to file charges against.
Yes, we just got some statements that we're going down today to get those filed.
Well, I think under the circumstances, she just needs to go on with her injury. This is pretty vital. And probably not my call, but some additional charges. There isn't a felony. I thought there was a felony here.
I don't believe there is, Your Honor.
There is?
I don't believe there is.
Okay. No, it's theft, misdemeanor theft. You've already pled guilty, and I delayed your sentencing while you went to treatment. You have any explanation you want to give? Okay, this is about as bad as I think it gets, so I gotta make an example out of you. So I'm gonna give you 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine, commanded into the hands of the sheriff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You can tell everybody at the jail what happened to you. Please, especially the ones that may need to get treatment. And it'll be removed. Or it ain't gonna want to remove. Yeah, I can deal with that. You go ahead and put it in the standard, 30 hours.
State of Ohio versus Whitney Harvey, case number TRC 252971 ABCD.
Do what, yeah?
What's our name?
Sarah Bumgarner, State of Ohio versus Sarah Bumgarner.
Are we ready on Sarah Bumgarner? Okay.
Yes, we are, Your Honor. I told her that she'll be.
You're next.
You're okay, you're okay.
Have seat, we'll get you next.
Your Honor, we just need to reschedule Ms. Harvey for another pretrial, maybe on the
Okay.
15th.
What time frame?
Huh?
Usual time frame?
Yeah.
No emergency hearing?
No.
May 15th?
Yeah, May 15th.
May 15th will be the next pretrial.
That's okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Sarah Bumgarner, case number TRC 252021 ABCD.
Your Honor, the state has agreed to reduce this to a reckless, and we'll plead guilty to that charge.
And that's after consulting Mr. Hill, I think.
Well, we spoke with Mr. Heald, and he specifically said reckless and ACDA and maintain the administrative license suspension of 1 year from the date of the arrest.
For the refusal. That's going to be for the.
Correct, yes, yes.
And was there, I'm assuming there was insurance here?
Yes.
Yes.
Were you were cited, so I'm assuming you were struck another vehicle?
Yes.
And you turned that into your insurance?
I didn't turn it in. I went like straight to detox and treatment the next day.
I just want to make sure the other people's damage.
Yes, yeah, they had all my information and everything, yes.
So, Your Honor, as the state mentioned, I think the recommendation is going to be a small fine and 1 year license suspension dated back to the date of the incident.
Okay. Ms. Baumgartner, anything you wish to say?
No, thank you.
Okay, so the ODI is amended to reckless, which is 551120. Suppose $150 fine. I'm sorry?
Guilty plea.
$150 fine for costs. Then, and the assured good business ad, she's pleading to that too.
Yes, Your Honor.
$50 fine.
$50 fine.
Do you need time to pay this, ma'am? Or can you pay it today?
There will be court costs also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and if I can make payments or
If you
have
pay
it.
it today, then I won't put you on probation.
Well, let's see how much this is, I guess. Or what were you going to say?
What's the total that she'll owe?
I ended up, unless there's other sheriff's fees, which I don't think there should be. $325.
Huh? Well, you just get that paid and it's done.
Right.
You'll have a review hearing.
Whatever, I'll pay.
She'd be on probation, have a review hearing set if she doesn't pay.
You gonna pay, she gonna pay it
I mean, I
today.
don't really have none.
Okay.
Yeah, but it'll be done. You'll have a review hearing.
So you'll need to see the clerk to make arrangements to get that done.
Oh, Your Honor, she did have privileges. I just asked that the court allow her to keep those privileges. She does have a full-time job.
Draft an entry.
She currently has, we currently drafted an entry, I believe. Right?
Yeah, it was back,
I don't know if we need to.
that was back in like,
November?
yeah, November.
It's very generic. I mean, if you're okay with it, it doesn't have an end date.
Yeah, we're okay with it, the court's okay with it. Got it. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Just gonna pay that and you're,
See the clerk.
She'll get the paperwork, whatever.
they'll give it to you.
And then that'll have to get this position and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, where do I'll be out there. Yep.
At the clerk's office.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Judge.
We're done, sir.
Right.
State of Ohio, we call Harold Maynard. His number is CRA 26532, CND, CRA 26180, 183.
So what we've been told, Mr. Mayor, is there is an active warrant for you in Gary County on a child support. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so you can go up there, I guess maybe they're considering what I'm doing, holding you here. I'm going to change your bond here to $2,000 signature bond. Order you to go to Gary County, take care of that, and then after you clear that up, report to ODP. On your own, if you want to go to the one in Proctorville. Well, any ODP you can go to, and I'll let them know what's going on. That would be on 26-181.
So the bond is changed to
2,000 OR.
2,000 OR.
And we're going to keep, I'd already said a hearing date for you, May the 8th. We're going to keep that.
Your Honor, is there a bond in the vault? The Gary signs on that.
I had a note that there's a 2,000 OR bond.
He signed something with the jail, saying it was $2,000. But he didn't get released, so, Gary County needs to be told that they can get it. They still want. So May the 8th is his next hearing, we'll keep that date. May the 8th, you gotta be back here. Unless you're in jail in Gary County, then that would be a good reason not to be here.
So, geez, I do a 2,000 OR bond.
He's already signed one. You need it in the record.
Do anything else?
Set it for May 8th.
Okay, so you
He needs to get it on his feet, but once he's available to do it. Well, you know what, I don't think we need a rule for it. You don't need a rule for it. Yeah, you do.
I didn't tell her to hear. I said, "Don't close the file." She
He's still willing to get it. He's got a felony, so I'm just letting you go there and clear it back.
No, she can't be here May 1st.
We still got to take care of his charges he has here, but I'm not sure the guy's gonna get that cleared up.
Now Jared says, I didn't tell her.
Because we can't do treatment or anything while they have hold on him.
So she's got no attitude there. So I don't know. So Who's the attorney for Line Trust?
Yes, I guess. I'm typing a text to OBC. Yeah.
State of Ohio versus Alexis Denise Harrison-Polsky, case number CRA 25-491, CRB 25-365, PRD 22-766, PRD 21-231, PRC 18-30.
What now?
She might have one here.
Is this?
I think keep that one in.
You want me to keep this with the judge? Because the judge will probably want to. Oh, she got one, because she's gone.
Yes.
Let's get the dates.
Is it, did you not pay reinstatement? Is it still suspended?
I don't know.
How long do you give your permit? Because you got like a 6-month suspension or up to a year out of the school. It's so old. It'd be in B function. Because I think it's like a 475, whatever, 525 reinstatement fee. If you haven't paid that, you can't get privileges. That's why you gotta get that paid then. You should have done, get whatever suspension you had.
Can't get privileges while I'm paying that off.
I still maybe I can ask him, but I don't think he has authority since it's now. You completed your obligation to the court, you had a suspension, it's up, now it's a B and B function. So that's really who you need to go through. And I'll double check on it to make sure I'm right, but I'll certainly ask him.
Okay. Good report.
Thank you.
Judge, you did have a question, and I think I'm correct on, she has a prior OVI suspension, it's years ago. I told her the obligation of the court is up, she'd owe a reinstatement fee, so that's a BMV function.
BMV now.
Yeah, you couldn't give her permit because it's, yeah, I was correct.
Well, I have you suspended, I can give you a permit, but after that, you gotta work with the DOT.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for asking.
Oh, yeah, didn't hurt to ask.
So,
I got with Major also about community service because I'm going to start working my fines off. I am allowed to do it in Scioto County, and he gave me a paper so I could take it with me.
okay. Very good. So just keep marching along. I think you made a lot of progress since
Thank
started
you.
this. How do you feel about it?
Great.
Good.
I'm in school full-time. I had an interview with TCC actually, so hopefully I get the job. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
I don't think we're ready to wrap things up, but you're making progress. So.
Thank you.
Judge, with my crazy sky, I'm here the 22nd and 29th of May.
Let's make it the 29th.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Next
you.
hearing will be May 29th.
Is that a Monday or Friday, she asked?
That is a Friday.
Perfect.
Does that work?
Yep.
Call the B and B, they're always fun to work with.
Okay.
So that's where you gotta
you.
resolve that issue, okay.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, I'll give it.
State of Ohio versus Amy Van Zandt, case number CRA 25-458 A and B, CRC 25-830. Amy Van Zandt.
So I don't know how that happened.
Roger Smith.
Hey.
Hi, my guy's in the nursing home now, so I'm
Okay. 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 Yeah, too bad. I'll just remind you next time. So are you still trained? Are you? Oh, we would change, remind me what you asked. OVP?
Yeah, I missed this from the prior to this last one, I know you could also, I didn't get it in time.
Hey, Judge, update, she is still at OVP in Ashland. She met with her counselor Tuesday. He's got a report, but I've not seen it. I don't know if he's going to email or fax it to the court, but what's his name again?
Court.
Court.
Court, as in court.
As in we're in court.
Yeah, I met with him 10 a.m. Tuesday, and he told me where he was busy and stuff, that he'd go ahead, because usually he'll get it ready that day that I asked. However, he said that he would have it ready by Friday, and he had an intake he was doing, so I couldn't talk to him, but he did call back this morning. I was here.
Well, I think we ought to go ahead and do the sentencing, because this case
It's
is a year old now.
Okay.
The OVI.
Yes, sir, I agree.
And then we can, adjust it depending on how she does. But I'm going to build some leeway in here. And what I find I have done sometimes is let people go to treatment, then plead to a second offense or whatever, and they finish the treatment, and they don't pay their fine, they don't do their community service, they just kind of like blow it off after I gave them a deal on reduced jail time, and let them go to treatment all the time. It's like they forgot what kind of consideration they got. It didn't come back the other way after they got the reduced sentence. They just, I'm out of here. So, I'm not saying she's going to do that, but it's happened.
Yeah.
So, let's go ahead and do a sentencing on the OVI. And that's case number 25830, TRC 25830. And she's already pled guilty to it. She had a prior of 24. So, anything you want to say about it before I do the sentencing?
So it's a second offense, Your Honor?
Second offense, yeah, prior to 2024.
You want 24? This would be second.
Okay.
Yes, we want to say anything?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, and it was pretty bad urine screen too. So I'm going to impose a $600 fine. Order you to pay the court costs. License suspension of 1 year starting today. I'm going to sentence her to 30 days in jail, 20 days suspended 20 days suspended, and the additional, I'm not going to impose the additional 10 days at this point while you're still in treatment, but I may at some point. Held in abeyance that's a good way to put it, on the 10 days. Sure. So I need proof that you're in treatment and that you're successful in treatment, not just coming in and saying, yeah, I'm doing treatment. That's not going to cut it. I got to have some records.
Right. I agree.
And she asked about a limited driving permit. She has elderly parents she takes care of.
My dad has progressively declined.
Well,
which has,
they've changed. You got now on a second offense, if you want driving privileges, you have to have the plates put on your vehicle, the special plates, and let's see.
I don't know if it's good. I have a lot of stuff.
And then finish here. You don't have to remember yet. You want to see probation after you get here. And they'll have your file, have everything. We'll go over everything. Because it's a lot to do.
I just think that stuff on the new law, where is it?
This is your treatment. Get something off, get this off your
I had something right here that had the stuff on what the new, I referred to it earlier, going into effect April 9th.
Yeah, that was on my client. You will be advised to tell them.
Yeah, well,
This Ventura.
she'll have to wait, because I'll have to look it
Okay.
up and get it, because I don't know if it got stuck in a file or what, but it's
I
not here,
understand.
and there's new requirements on it. So we'll recall our case.
Sure, we'll go.
I'll finish the sentencing after I look at that.
Okay. Just have a seat. We'll call you. He's going to look up the driving permit. So yeah, just have a seat here and we'll call you back up
All right.
shortly.
All right, thank you.
All right.
You're the one who gave me that, so I don't know if you retained the copy. Had it marked right here, and it's gone now. I had it this morning. Within the last couple of weeks.
State of Ohio versus Edward Anson, case number CRA 2624.
Mr. Stratton's case.
Your Honor, Mr. Anson spoke with QRT.
Yes, Your Honor, he's going to do the deflection program. I gave him an appointment to come and meet with me to sign paperwork on Tuesday.
Okay, so you want to nominate him to the QRT?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
All right, the knowledge QRT.
Good.
So if you don't comply, sir, they can take you directly to the grand jury and you'll go down to the common police court.
Yes. All right, just make sure you meet with her on Tuesday.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Rodney Spears, case number CRA 25498.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Haven't cut you off yet.
No, but I just turned it in today. Because I'm taking my computer.
What will they pay for?
I'm not sure. I know I have to pay a percentage of it.
I think we have, I wouldn't say it's a terrible problem, but, so with his employment, he is not going to qualify for Medicaid to pay for services. And he's going to get his company's insurance.
Yes.
Which you've already signed up for.
Yeah.
Okay. Which he's not sure what that will pay for just yet. So,
Well, what we can do is, we do take some commercial insurances. It really just depends on the plan itself. We have to speak to that insurance agency and see what they cover, what their policy covers. So we can do that, and if it's something that we just can't take, we will help him find treatment somewhere else.
Okay.
so we just need to make a note that if he's switched by next time, it's because of that issue.
All right. So that's fine.
Because you're Friday.
When am I going to resolve this? Ask her.
Whenever you are done.
So So we need to set another date. So he has been on Medicaid up till now, but he may be getting off because he's got a new job, is that right?
Yes, yes. I guess it's good.
Well, OVP could be a,
I'm sorry?
OVP could be a possibility because they take some commercial insurance for outpatient.
He mentioned OVP beforehand.
May 15th.
Yeah, May 15th.
Thank you.
Next week, Robbie.
State of Ohio versus David Whitlock, case number CRA 25769.
What's your honor? Excellent report.
Let's hurry there for a second.
Good job.
I saw that and I was like, what?
Maybe we can even go with him to the 1st of June sometime.
Yes, the only dates that I am, June 29th is the only bad day for me.
Let's make it the 5th.
June 5th.
Sorry, was that June 5th?
June 5th for preliminary hearing.
June 5th. All right, you're good to go. Thank
Good
you.
job. Keep it up.
State of Ohio recalls Melvin Christian, stuck in holding, case number CRB 26216.
Does he have the funds with which to hire a lawyer?
He's withdrawn all of his money out of his savings account, but he's hid it in his house, and my mom can't find it. So I don't know how much he has in checking.
Is he getting a pension?
He gets full benefits from the VA, so he gets about $4,000 a month, and VA $4,000.
It's probably not eligible. Well, I did get a message back from this.
Yes, I spoke with her. She's very helpful.
She says it sounds like he needs pink slip to get him stabilized and on meds. He goes to the VA, they will let him leave since we don't have involuntary placement.
And we've done that twice now. He's left the VA on his own.
Once he's stabilized, we can attempt to place him in a facility. He's very sick, but first needs Medicaid.
Yes.
Your Honor, I've never looked to veterans on my phone except one time. My wife was with me. My wife took me from there.
The problem is, she thinks he can be pink slip, but she doesn't know. The people we have evaluate people in the jail are really tough on pink slipping somebody. They don't do it very often, so,
I've got an email in to his psychiatrist too. I've sent them the paperwork that's required to take the emergency temporary guardianship. I just haven't gotten a response yet. He sees a psychiatrist up there. My mom has told me that she went with him. Yes, she went with him recently to a appointment, and she ensured that the doctor knew about the delusions. they had the conversations with the doctor. And I believe that's one of the first times that they've ever done that. He's hearing voices. He thinks that someone's coming in and sleeping with my mom. She has said that he has accused her of sleeping with his brother while he is in bed right beside them. This is not happening. And so he's we are wondering if maybe the brain tumor has come back and is causing this out of character behavior. We don't think it's all drug related, but we do see lots of signs of dementia. And he and I and my mom have had that conversation and he agreed. So, but he won't stay in treatment. He won't take his meds. I've bought timers, that dispenses it. Hospice dismissed him within a week or two of trying to get him stabilized on meds. We can't handle it anymore on our own. We need help. And I don't know where he'll go if he gets out today. He has no one he can stay with.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of options. I mean, jail is pretty much the only option that we have.
Is there no way we could do like a mental health 72-hour hold? Because that's what happened last time.
Where am I going to put him?
We sent him to King's Daughters. We sent him to King's Daughters. They held him for a 72-hour hold. And they filled out the paperwork.
I can have him send him to King's Daughters, but he can walk away. They're not going to hold him.
Your Honor, I'd be glad to go to the Veterans Administration up at Huntington. That's not an issue.
Yeah, well, they don't want you unless you're stabilized back on your meds. That's what they tell me. So, what's the state's position on bond?
I believe our position is the same, that we would not impose no R bond upon him being released to a facility.
Yeah, but I don't have a facility to release him to, that's the thing. I mean.
He can't take care of himself.
I can't do
He tears apart his house.
No.
He takes doorknobs off trying to hide things from my mom. So
No, that's not the
I have the
situation.
pictures. I have
It's
pictures.
only an M4.
It's not the situation, Your Honor. That is not the situation. She's been overdramatic in this.
My mom called me.
And I told her nothing for her or anybody else in my face.
Do you have a place to stay if I let you out of jail?
Yes, sir.
Where would that be?
Where?
I have plenty of money and I have credit cards.
Your Honor.
I use the credit cards to secure a hotel.
Your Honor, Megan has an idea of contacting.
There's the ARC Bellefonte Mental Health Facility, it's 7 to 10 days, but they might, if he needs further care, they could refer him out somewhere else.
Yes.
I'll be glad to go to the VA, Your Honor, after I'm released and be treated at the VA on a regular cycle.
I'm worried he'll try to go contact my mom and cause her harm.
I'm willing to do it.
The last time, he has escalated after the last time, and it's gotten worse.
I'm going to set a bond at $2,000 cash for surety. I'm going to appoint Mr. Smith to represent him. I'll set another hearing for Monday.
Don't let me stay in jail all this weekend, Your Honor. I
don't have any other options.
I have none of my medications. I'm not a violent person. I'm not.
So I'll let you talk to the lawyer, then we'll come back and talk about it further, but that's the only.
I've not hurt anyone. Please help me here.
You were shoving around on my mom on
Okay,
Thursday.
ma'am, you don't need to say anything more.
Sorry.
I got a question about the court order.
Talk to Mr. Smith and then we'll come back. You're not going to do it out here, you're going to do it in the back.
I'm just worried that I have money for an attorney, and this is called an issue.
You can always hire your own, and get the money together.
State of Ohio versus James McClaskey, case number PRC 19975. Set for sentencing, Your Honor.
So there are some issues with community service, but I think it might be resolved.
Your Honor, if I may, I did get a phone call that he has done community service. I do not have nothing in writing. So I thought that I did, but when I went back and looked today, and the last time I had entered community service was in 2024. They did call me, somebody called me and said that there was community service done.
Where?
From the court, Ironton Court.
That was King County.
So I don't recall who, they said they were going to send me something on paper and I have not received it.
Okay.
So
We need to get that.
Yeah, and you're done. You're done with community service. You've done all of it up there. Just
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, well, I got, I think 7 or 8 days in at the Harvest Health, or Harvest for the Hungry, that food bank in Ironton. I've been doing community service there, but they misplaced my paper that they give me. And they told me to bring another one in and they'd fill it out and I could bring it back Monday.
Okay. Well, we'll just set you another hearing. Come back and get the paperwork in here for your community service. He still has a lot of fun.
I'm gonna work it over there too, and I'm expecting some money,
Your Honor,
and I'm gonna pay on it.
service, and I won't lose the community service.
Yeah, you can come here where you live, sir.
South Point,
Yeah, why would you go to Ironton and do community services?
because I can get a ride that way, nobody comes this way, I know.
Where in South Point?
Delta Lane?
Okay, well, you gotta get it done. I mean,
I'm working on it, Your
This
Honor.
is a 7-year-old case. Let's set it in May.
But my wife, she talked to them down there at the Harvest, and they said to bring that paper in, they'd fill it out, and
We'll get it from Mr.
get it straightened back out.
Get it from Mr. Major. What's your dates after the 15th?
Just the 18th is bad.
Okay, 22nd. May 22nd for sentencing.
May 22nd.
And are you paying something today?
I can't today, I ain't got no money today.
Okay, get paperwork in on your community service.
Go over there to probation, he'll get you that sheet that you.
Already got it.
Oh, you already got it? Okay, you're good to go. You're good.
Thank you.
Let's get this done. All right.
State of Ohio recalls Brandon Masters and Black and Holding, case number CRB 23421. Brandon Masters.
Yeah, I got a hold of this parole officer. He's done everything, he's compliant with him. He's actually scheduled to get off parole on May 3rd.
Oh, okay.
He's also on probation out of Athens County. I didn't get a hold of the probation officers during court, but he doesn't have a warrant, seems to be doing, what he needs to there. His parole officer said he believes his biggest problem is he lives in Columbus and he has no transportation. So I told him that I could get him hooked up with Zoom.
Yeah.
And he could do Zoom appearances. And we could also give him a card and we could talk about he can do community service stuff up in this local area to try to get this taken care of.
Okay. You agree with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll withdraw your warrant, sent you a time served for not coming to your hearing, give you a new hearing. You have a laptop or smartphone?
I've got a laptop at the shop.
And you can get on teleconference?
Yeah, I get on there.
So this will be a review hearing, so it'll be at 9 a.m. May 26th, that's a Tuesday, at 9 a.m.
You're done, sir.
How'd you find this?
They printed it off on the out in the library, out in the clerk's office, one clerk's printed it off.
Okay. Okay, so I can do the exam, whatever you want to do.
State of Ohio recalls Amy Van Zandt. Case number CRA 25-458A and B, CRC 25-830.
Okay, so I was wrong about the plates. They're not required, but what is, well, the interlock is required if it's alcohol, and hers is not alcohol, it's drugs.
Right.
But I can require plates. Yeah, I think maybe I should, because, let's see what her test, it was like a bunch of stuff. I had that in. Yeah, let's see. Methamphetamine, cocaine, amphetamine, alprazolam, alpha hydroxyprozane, clonazepam. Those are all the things that she tested positive for. So I'll require her to get the plates, get them from the B&B, show me proof that she's got insurance. And she obviously has to continue with treatment and show me proof of treatment. I don't have a lot of proof of treatment. I gotta come in saying she's going to someplace, but I don't get anything. I don't have any documents, I don't believe.
Okay, yeah. We'll just
Yeah.
get that.
You still have the forward.
I've got one,
There's nothing recent.
I've got one letter dated January 22nd of this year. From OVP. And it's not even on letterhead. I mean, anybody could have typed this up.
Yeah, because I brought.
So I'm not gonna give her driving privileges until she gets those things.
I understand. I'll get that taken care of. I'm gonna call him as soon as I get out.
So next hearing, when do you want to do the next hearing?
Judge, I could squeeze that 22nd or 29th date of May.
May 22nd.
May 22nd. Yeah.
Was that 10 a.m. still?
10 a.m. You're exactly right.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that, if you would just email it, then, so they have the proof.
You can email to the court, yeah.
Email it to me and.
Both, yeah.
Email, and I can look that up under your guy with the courthouse, like, because I'm gonna have him email it to me, so I can forward it to you guys. So can I do that for you also?
No, I want it printed out for me. So
Oh, you want to print it
I
out?
don't want to have to go look at it.
Yeah, if you want to email it to me, I can print it out, and I'll make sure the court gets it.
Okay.
Tell him to email it to, there's my email address.
Okay, and email it.
I get 500 emails a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will print it and present it to your next hearing.
The rest of them are
Okay, gotcha.
trash.
You good for now?
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah. Go see the probation, talk to you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Raymond Merritt, case number CRV 25-167, CRV 2038. This was set for trial today.
Yeah, Your Honor, this was the text message thread we had with
Mr.
Mr.
Ashford.
Yes. If I get back to those dates.
So I'll let you pick the date of the ones that he said he was available.
So the 4th, 8th, 15th, any of those dates will work with me, Your Honor.
You pick one.
The 8th?
Is that good with Mr. Meredith?
The 8th.
May the 8th?
Yes.
So let's make sure there's already a trial set there.
Okay. May 4th?
That's good.
Okay, May 4th. Yeah.
So trial, May the 4th at noon.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Meredith has been doing some community service.
Okay,
Very good. Noon, May 4th for trial.
Okay, May 4th. All right, you good to go?
Did he, my review hearing, I got it done. Do you, I had just the community service left. I didn't know the last time you've done it at the same time.
Okay, let me look at it.
I'm not sure if it's complete, it may be updated, I'm not sure.
It's showing 6 hours left. You think he did that?
When was it last updated?
March the 8th.
Yes, he's done 6 hours since then.
Okay, I'll mark it for you. That's 2038.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recall Raymond Jackson, who's got the holding, case number CRA 4932.
I asked for a total for a reason.
Mr. Smith's case.
Your Honor, after doing a pre-screen on Mr. Jackson, we found out that he only has Ohio Medicare. So we will just need to do a couple more things, but we can get him on Monday to get him approved to come to UFR, if that would be okay with you, sir.
We're not going to get him anywhere else.
I know, that's the only thing, that's why.
And here's one of the things you need to understand, Mr. Jackson.
I'm sorry, sir.
One of the things you need to understand, you're charged with a felony. You've got two types of criminal cases, misdemeanors, felonies. Felony means you can go to prison and get convicted. Misdemeanor, you can only go to the county jail. You don't have a misdemeanor charge, you have a felony charge. So what we're doing, we're kind of intervening to give you a chance to avoid, you ever heard of an indictment, a grand jury indictment?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So felonies are so serious that you've got to be indicted by a grand jury before the state's allowed to even go ahead and prosecute you. So we're short-circuiting that. So we're going to give you a chance to go to treatment. And the prosecutor's saying, if you'll go to treatment and be successful, they're going to leave it here in this court, which is not the felony court.
Okay.
And you won't go to the grand jury. You won't get an indictment. You won't have a risk of even going to prison if you'll do your treatment.
Yes, sir.
So that's a big deal. But I want to make sure you understand that.
I appreciate it.
And if you mess up, then they'll take you to the grand jury. You'll get an indictment, and you'll go to a different court where they can send you to prison if they want to. So it's best to stay out of that situation. Just get clean. Get the, and you can even get the case dismissed if you do really well. But it's not going to be like 2 or 3 weeks. It takes a while for people to get clean. So you're going to come back here. I'm going to monitor what you're doing. They're going to give me reports. So you got to do what they tell you to do, unless it's illegal or immoral, and I don't think it's going to be. But I get people that go in and they want to argue, or they want to cause problems. They want to mess with the other patients that are there, or argue with the staff. None of that's going to work. You got to have a good attitude.
I'm sure I have to.
Okay. Well, I'll order you release my signature bonds. I'm going to let you, not even going to make you post any money for bond. I'm going to say, you sign your signature saying, I promise I'll come to court and do the treatment as I'm ordered to. If you do, we're good. If you don't, here's the thing. Because it is a felony, if you run off and I issue a warrant for you, it'll be good everywhere. There's no state you can go to that won't extradite you on a felony. So there's nowhere to hide. You'd have to leave the country, and most countries have an extradition treaty. So I just want to make sure you understand the ramifications. So they'll pick you up on Monday. And when do we want to set it back?
Judge, the 26th, 29th of May, I'm just working for trials. I've got 6 jury trials.
Are you here Monday?
I'm here Monday.
Let's just do that to make sure everything goes right.
Yeah.
So put you on the docket Monday just to make sure that you get where you need to go.
Okay.
But I'll enter an order now allowing him to be released.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Jacqueline Stiltner, case number CRA 26203, CRA 25146. Jacqueline Stiltner.
Did we find out that she did what she's supposed to? Knox County?
Yes. So apparently, there was a motion to recall the warrant to schedule a hearing filed yesterday out of Knox County. And based upon this motion, it looks like she successfully completed treatment at Armada Recovery in Akron, Ohio. Currently, she is treating with the new behavioral health and has begun to face her physical health problems as well. She has a medical appointment scheduled April 29th, but it does appear that she's in treatment with a new behavioral health.
Okay, so I'll dismiss the case here. Looks like they're withdrawing the warrant, right? And then she has a felony here, but I think it was only to the grand jury on the 10th. So it should be going to the grand, should already be there on that way. Whatever happens when we dismiss them here, there's some kind of twilight zone that goes through between here and the grand jury. It's there. Sure, it's not at the grand jury yet, but will be at some point.
State of Ohio recalls Jeremy Sloan, case number TRD 2631 and CRA 2680.
Okay, so we were going to do some research on this, why he got moved by his parole officer, right?
So APA Smith is out sick today. I left him a message, but I was talking to Jeremy. He has an email stating that Jeremy was doing outpatient at RS and he was put in jail for non-reporting. He hadn't been reporting to his parole officer, and that's why his parole officer put him in jail. And then Tuesday, he called us and asked us if we had a bed, and he referred him to us. I don't know if he was aware because he was an outpatient, if he looked at that as a court order.
Okay. Mr. Morford, do you take any position on this?
I'd like to see him stay in the treatment.
I would too. Okay.
I think that the inpatient would benefit more.
Okay, well, that's where you are, it's just where to be, where you're going to be. So you've already started at Southern Hope, so I'll let you stay there. It's ordinarily my position, I don't like people to change without, because people will jump around, I'm not saying you did this, it wasn't you, but generally, if you allow people to do it, they'll jump to 4 or 5 different places over time. Every time somebody says boo to them, I'm going to go someplace else. So I don't normally allow it, but I'll allow it here. So we'll keep his next hearing date is May the 4th, and I'll make a note that he's at Southern Hope inpatient now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, court's adjourned. I was expecting a lot worse. Days I come in here, I think it's going to be pretty light. It seems like we're finished at the same time, no matter what.
Yeah, approach on
Yes.
further case.
Do we need to tell the judge with Roger up there at Sickles?
Yes, yes, we need to tell them.
May 22nd, Roger said 22nd. Roger said we can put, he was agreeable to, we can put. Oh, okay. Jared Sickles. It's supposed to be May 1st, then there's conflict with our victim. She came to court late. So May 22nd. Roger.
I thought you were coming back there.
But I'm good there.
Oh, that's, okay, I said it for Monday.
Okay, because I'm here, I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's perfect.
Judge, you said that was when there was special prosecutor and now there's not. We set for May 1st, but then the victim actually showed up and didn't know she was coming. I think that the direction of Mr. Ashworth. So she can be here May 1st. Mr. Smith is available May 22nd. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, now, because that file says Ryan Ashford.